Hey y'all, excuse me. That went in and out the wrong way. But day four, and day two of clinic today. So gonna roll right into it. And we started our morning. Let's see, we left at 8 a.m. We went to where we store our medications, picked a few things up, and then loaded everything up and went to the next site. Um, they call it the city dump. And so there was like this kind of like, it looks almost like an open horse stable like kind of structure, but then it has half closed off concrete walls. And in like the video that I'll put together and compile, you'll see what it looks like, or what I'm trying to say. It was just a big open space. Yes, we did have to, because there was horses out there, so we had to kind of like make sure we didn't step on any of that on our way in. But everything, like all the tables, had been pre-set up for us from how we had it set up last year. We had a little bit of help, so then when we walked in, all we had to do was just kind of like put all of our stuff, set it up how we want to, especially triage nurses. So again, there were still three of us, but we held it down. And I meant to clarify the numbers for today. But I know yesterday I told you 191, but they said, oh, actually it was 205 yesterday. Wow. And so then today I was like, will anybody get the count yet? And someone said 250. So I'm going to double check on that. But we were all shocked, like, dang, we saw more people today than yesterday. But the flow of the room was a little bit better because we could all see each other. It was triage nurses, of course, the people who were doing weight, temperature, and blood pressure for us. They were before us. And so then they sent them to us triage nurses. We did our, HPI, chief complaint, et cetera, before we send them off to the providers and into the pharmacy. But now the area was so much more bigger than the day before that we got yesterday. I'm telling you, these days melt together. But it was so much bigger that we were able to all be in one space, and it helped because we could just see each other. So whenever pharmacy was getting backed up, we could say, oh, let's kind of like slow it down a little bit and not create a bottleneck from provider to pharmacy. Anywho, I did some videotape of it so you can actually see it in the actual like finale video that I do, the whole compilation. So anywho, it was a really great day. Like I said, we saw more people today than we saw yesterday. Was today the day I got to hold a baby? I think it was today. It's so crazy how you can't remember what happened each day, because we literally get up, we work, we come back and go to sleep and do it all over again. So tomorrow is the last day of our actual clinic. But again, same kind of thing. People were just very appreciative that we're here to provide medical care and medication. And there's so much stuff that we catch with a lot of our point of care testing that we're able to do. And like I said, I just know it's just very helpful for the community. And so we finished up today, actually a little bit earlier. That's how important flow is to any type of medical setting. Well, actually, any setting. Logistically, if you have things down and they're working very well for you, then typically things are going to work a lot faster. So today was that. But you would just be amazed at how we walk into these spaces and there's nothing there. They look like nothing. And by the time we're done setting it up, it looks like an actual real clinic in the middle of nowhere. Like I said, I'm still amazed by that. It still just gets me every time. But I had fun, and like I said, we still have fun. We joke around and everything, and I held it down again today on my own without a translator, so yay. Getting a little better. I feel like, by like day 4 or 5, that part of my brain that where the Spanish comes from, it's working a lot better. It's like you gotta oil it and get it moving. So usually by that time, I'm pretty I won't say fluent, because to me that's like 90%. But I am more like towards 65%. Today I would say I was like at 55%. So I'm getting there. But I didn't need a translator again today, so that was my goal. Um, anyway, outside of that, it was Dr. Joe's birthday today. So Dr. Joe, he was on the mission I went on last year, and I didn't even know he turned 80 today. They said when we sang happy birthday and the cake came out, 80 years old. And I honestly think I'm going to post that video on here on my YouTube. I think so. I'm definitely going to post it on my Facebook page. But it was just a very endearing speech from someone who has been in the medical field his entire life and has seen a lot. He's done a lot. And he got a little emotional. So, of course, it makes you get a little emotional too. But he said that this is like literally the highlight of his life. And I get it. I do. And a lot of times people will do videos like this. I know for myself, it's not so y'all can be like, oh, Christian does. Trust me, it's really not. I want people to see that this is something that they can do. And Dr. Joe said it best. He said, and he was, kind of tearing up. He said, I'm so blessed. This is the least I can do. And I agree. I feel the same exact way. So a lot of times my hope is that this just inspires people to want to do something like this. And I know this last time around, there were people that wanted to come with me this time, but things got in the way. I get it because you make plans and they don't always follow through. And I know that next time, those same people that wanted to come but didn't come, I know they're going to come next year. But I just have to keep putting this out there and letting people know and, telling them how to get involved. And even if you don't want to go, telling them how they can donate and, all the meds that we bring. And we're even taking notes, like, hey, next time we go on one of these trips, we need to make sure we have more of this. And I do plan on adding more destinations, more countries, not just Honduras, but this was just kind of like my first, getting my feet wet and learning how these things go. And you guys know that I want to have my own organization one day where I'm doing these and I'm literally on the job training. I'm watching all of this, how it works. And logistically, Dr. Joe said this with this organization. He said this is like the most organized, most, like best flowing mission trips he's ever been on through this organization, World Health. So to hear him say that, he's been doing this for a minute. Yeah, I actually believe him. I trust him. So I'm learning too how these are supposed to go so that I can go off into the world and add even more locations, destinations so we can help. And so definitely 2026, my goal is to do at least 2 in 2026, if not 3. And I have some countries in mind. When they put them on the list, I'll be one of the first to sign up. But anyways, that is the biggest reason why I'm doing these daily video diaries, so that one, I don't forget, what I'm saying and, what I experienced that day. Like I said, these days just melt together because we're doing so much. And some people are like, well, did we do that yesterday? Or where we? We can't remember where we ate, y'all. So I'm doing this so I don't forget, but also so you guys can have an idea of what this looks like and the fact that you can do this too, because you can. And we would love to have more people help. Like I said, there were 3 nurses this time around. Last time, I want to say there was 6. If I remember correctly, there were 6. So, I'm thinking like, man, I know we saw, like, we're all almost at the amount of patients that we saw last year. Last year, we saw 510. And if the numbers are correct from yesterday and what they said today, we're already at 455. 455, and we still have one more clinic day left. And honestly, if I remember correctly, last year that the location we're going to be at tomorrow was the one where we did the most patients. So we'll see. We will see, but we'll definitely blow past 510 from last year. So yeah, we need help. And even if you're not, someone with a medical background, we still need your help. We still have people helping like set stuff up and, if you're like, hey, I just really want to be there so I can provide spiritual, support. We had people praying with patients. We had patients getting saved today. I think they said 21. So there's something for everyone to do if you want to be a part of something like this. And it doesn't have to be Honduras, right? It can be, I know they're going to Peru. That's one of the next ones. Cuba. I want to say there was one to, I don't give me the line, but I know last year when I was looking to see which countries in Africa they go to, I want to say maybe Kenya. Like I said, don't give me the line. I can't remember exactly, but I'm waiting for them to update and see what countries they're going to in Africa. DR, right? So everywhere, everywhere. Pick one. Pick one that fits your schedule. Pick one that is a place that you want to go to help people, right? And do it, because like I said before, a lot of us are so blessed we don't even realize how blessed we are. We really don't. And sometimes it takes for you to be in another environment to actually see, dang, why do I complain all the time? Or why am I always feeling like I'm, always struggling and I can't make it? And it really humbles you. It brings you down because you're like, hold on now. In the grand scheme of things, I'm actually doing okay. It might not be what I want. It might not be where I want to be, or I might be coveting or comparing myself to what someone else has. And maybe I just need to chill out. Because when I look around at, all the blessings that God has given me in the world, I'm doing okay. And I even have to, I think I said this in one of my daily video diaries. And I said, a lot of times when I get back from a trip like this, I really have to check myself, because I kind of get back almost feeling like if someone complains or if someone says anything and I'm like, don't be complaining, because, I have to check myself and be like, okay, Kristen, you just came from this. So yes, you feel like this, and you just have to find a way to say that message, but in a way where it'll be received, because that's not people are probably not going to receive that, like, stop complaining, I just came from a country where people, they're not going to receive that. But that is how you feel when you return, because you just saw people making it off of 10% of what you have, and they're happy. That was an observation someone made today. They said they're so happy. They don't even have a tenth of what most people have, like in the US, but they are just smiling, happy. We watch those kids just play in the street, not a care in the world. A sticker makes their day. A sticker. A sticker. So it's just things like that. Like I said, I feel like it would be awesome for anyone to experience it. So if this is something that's been placed on your heart to do it. Do it. Right? We love to say YOLO. That doesn't just include getting a nice car or buying a nice house or going on a nice vacation. YOLO includes helping others, sharing your blessings that God gave you, dedicating your time, your effort, right? Not making life just about you and your family. That's YOLO too. Okay? So this was day 4, day 2 of clinic. We've already seen 455 patients. I am tired, and I will see you guys tomorrow.